The first time this woman ever flew on a plane, she was immediately bullied. The stranger in front of her reclined his seat so far back that he was practically sitting in her lap. In the past, she probably would have just put up with it, but today she wasn't going to tolerate anyone's nonsense.
This greedy airline put all these seats so close together just so they can make more money.
As soon as she said that, many of the other passengers voiced their support. The captain looked down on these passengers, thinking they were poor and nothing but trouble. With a mocking smile, he said, "If you think it's too crowded, you can always upgrade to first class." The woman couldn't stand his smug attitude. Without hesitation, she upgraded herself to first class. The moment she did, the flight attendant's attitude completely changed. She immediately treated the woman with the finest food and service. It was the first time in her life that she realized how wonderful it felt to live without worrying about other people's opinions. As soon as the plane landed, she saw the endless line of people waiting for taxis. So she decided to splurge once again. She chartered an entire helicopter for herself. As she admired the breathtaking scenery from the sky, tears welled up in her eyes. She regretted spending most of her life hesitating over every decision. Only today did she truly understand what it meant to enjoy life. The helicopter soon landed on the rooftop of a 5-star hotel. People below couldn't stop guessing who the important guest inside the helicopter could be. The last person to arrive with such grand treatment had been a prince from a Western country. Because she arrived earlier than expected, the receptionist informed her that her reserved room was not ready yet. The only room currently available was the presidential suite, but it cost 4,000 euros per night. The woman immediately understood the receptionist's concern and smiled as she said,
Did you see me play?
She then followed the bellhop to her room. She had no idea how much she should tip him, so she simply handed him 4,000. The bellhop was completely stunned. He had no idea who this woman really was. He nervously accepted just one bill. Standing by the window and gazing at the beautiful view outside, the woman couldn't help but sigh.
What world was I living in?
Just 2 days earlier, her life had been completely different. She had worked as an ordinary sales clerk in a department store. She carefully watched every penny she spent. If she had a coupon, she would never pay even 1 cent more. She saved every dollar she could. Her dream was to open a restaurant of her own. But after more than 10 years of living frugally, her dream had not yet come true. Instead, terrible news arrived first. That day, the man she had secretly loved for years unexpectedly invited her to dinner. She was so excited that she could barely hold her utensils. When she bent down to pick them up, she accidentally hit her head on a cabinet and lost consciousness. Her crush quickly rushed her to the hospital, but after the examination, the doctor gave her devastating news.
I got 3 weeks to live? Are you shitting me?
4 on the outside. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Well, I'm sorry. I can't accept that.
Afraid of making a misdiagnosis, the doctor ordered another examination. But the result was exactly the same. She had Lampington syndrome. There was no cure for the disease. The woman returned home in despair. She flipped through her photo album. Inside were all the delicious foods she had always wanted to try, as she had always dreamed of visiting. There was also the man she had loved for years, but never dared to confess her feelings to. She had always believed that she had plenty of time, enough time to slowly accomplish every one of those dreams. But in the blink of an eye, none of them had even begun. And now she was about to die. She had always lived by the rules. So why did this have to happen to her? After crying until she had no tears left, she finally figured it out. With the little time she had remaining, she wanted to live for herself. In the past, she tolerated every insult from her boss, just to keep her modest paycheck. Today, the very first thing she planned to do was fire her boss.
That's a $400 phone.
You know what? I quit.
Then she went to the bank and withdrew every penny she had saved over the past decade.
I'm just gonna blow it.
Before she died, she wanted to give herself the perfect vacation. She chose Prague as her destination. After checking into the 5-star hotel, she decided to live like the wealthy and completely transform herself from head to toe. That evening, she put on a stunning evening gown. Then she walked into the hotel's restaurant for dinner. The wealthy guests in the private dining room all turned to look at her. They couldn't stop wondering who the mysterious woman from the helicopter really was. The woman, however, paid no attention to them. She confidently ordered every signature dish on the menu. The hotel's head chef saw the order and immediately realized that she was a true food lover. Not only did he personally prepare her meal, he even came out to greet her himself. The wealthy guests were completely stunned. The chef they couldn't even get an appointment with was laughing and chatting with this overweight woman. That only made them even more curious about her identity. Some believed she came from an incredibly wealthy family. Others guessed she belonged to an old aristocratic bloodline. She even caught the attention of a member of parliament. After dinner, the woman relaxed alone in the hotel's hot spring. The politician quietly approached and started a conversation with her. The woman honestly admitted that she was just an ordinary person, but the politician became even more convinced that she was simply being modest. At that very moment, a wealthy businessman happened to witness their conversation. He was a powerful tycoon in the consumer goods industry. He had come to discuss a business partnership with the politician. He immediately suspected that the woman had been sent by one of his competitors. From that moment on, he viewed her as an enemy. The next day, the woman went to the ski resort to try skiing for the first time. As a beginner, she quickly lost control of her skis. She picked up more and more speed. She raced wildly down the mountain. At one point, she flew right past the wealthy businessman who was skiing nearby. He took it as a direct challenge. He immediately chased after her, determined to compete, but the woman was already panicking. She had no time to pay any attention to him. The two of them raced downhill, one after the other. Luckily, the woman crashed safely onto a wooden table and escaped without serious injury. The wealthy businessman was nowhere near as fortunate. He took a brutal fall. He felt utterly humiliated. Still unwilling to admit defeat, he wanted to challenge the woman to something even more extreme.